Hey guys, how you doing? This is Manga, etc., and I'm here today to bring you the chapter reviews with an S for Fairy Tale chapter 431 and Fairy Tale chapter 432. This looks like we've got another double two chapters. Like last week we had two chapters. This week we have two chapters. And it looks like for the next 2 weeks we'll have two chapters within the week, so that's very good. So I like that. I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't mind if we could get that for other mangas, like on occasion. Like it doesn't have to be like a month straight, but just a one-off of a nice double chapter, if you will. Like last week with One Piece, when we got the big Gear 4th reveal. If that was a double chapter, that would have been lovely. Would have been. That would have been, yes. That would have been great, but I'm dragging on. Let's hop into the chapters. Like my last review, I'm just going to put the two chapters together, the two reviews together, I should say. So if you haven't read both chapters, you might want to hit the pause and go watch it, or come back later. If you're going to come back later, please make sure you come back, please. But anyway. Chapter 431, fairly simple chapter. It starts off, we have Natsu and Grey, and they're just taking up fodder like it's nothing. Not even any named attacks, no Dragon Slayer, no Ice Makes. We're just taking them out with just simple, just fire and ice, just simple, nice and easy for them, nice to them. I was loving it, it was impressive, I was loving it. Then we get a bit of Lucy action, and I'm thinking, yeah, Lucy's becoming, well, if she wasn't, I'm going to say less useless, because I can't think of a time in the whole of Fairy Tail where she hasn't been useless. I honestly can't. She's had a few impressive bits here and there, but majority she has been useless. But now, because like she's got these new powers now where she can transfer the powers of the celestial spirits into herself and use them in her own way. This is impressive. I like this change in Lucy. I like her a lot. It's made her more of an impressive character. But yeah, she's there taking up fodder as well, and they all three of them, they're just taking up fodder now. Then we find out from the other side, like Jerome and I've forgotten the other characters' names, but they're there now, and you basically get confirmation. We already know this, that the fodder are useless to stop them, and they're gonna have to hop in there and stop them themselves. We change to Urza now. She's doing the same. She's taking out fodder with this new armor. I'm pretty sure it's a new armor. And then in hops Jerome. And we found out that his black magic is in his sword, and his sword can basically rot anything it touches. And I was like, okay, we've got a fight, we've got like a serious fight coming on now, Jerome versus Urza. But then Urza goes and one shots him straight away, telling him that my sword doesn't need direct contact to do physical damage. And he just gets one-shotted like that. Like, I was not expecting that at all. But boy, it looks like Jerome's out of the picture, nice and easy. And then the chapter ends with this. Oh, what does she say? She says something on the lines of "Don't stand in our way" or something like that. I'm pretty sure it's that. But that's the end of the chapter. Really, it was nice, quick, sweet, short, a bit hyped, impressive on all fronts for the characters. It shows that how, because we know Natsu trained, we know Natsu Gray and Lucy trained for the whole year, not for the whole year, but during the year time skip. We can assume that Urza did the same. So this just shows that because most of the time Fairy Tales just get the Nakama power up. You know what I'm talking about, when the power up just comes out of nowhere. Like they have never trained, and this is just showing us that if they do train, they can be strong. So I think if they've trained all this time, they would be powerful. Powerful. But this is the chapter. For this chapter, I am going to give it a 4-star. It was impressive, it was short and sweet, I liked it. 4-star rating. Let's move on to the next chapter. Chapter 432 was getting a bit more of the same. Yeah, it was getting more of the same. We have Lucy versus that girl, I can't remember her name at all, but we found out that her black magic is that it's called virus, and she can basically cause various types of illness to whoever she pleases. And she's giving Lucy, the cow, and Happy stomach problems. Basically, she's actually giving them diarrhea, and she's like, if you move, it's gonna be peak. Like, it'll be time for you. You'll need the toilet. And she's just there, like, causing them pain now. She's gonna switch up the pain to the brain. I don't know what she was gonna do there, but guess what? In hops Wendy, and straight after Wendy hops in now, she has become useless. Wendy nullifies her magic, because we obviously know she's got the healing abilities tied into her magic. So she just cancels out this girl's magic, and then bam, another one shot, and this time it's Lucy. I'm like, yeah, Lucy, go, and yeah, she comes in, one Lucy punch, and this girl, who's for all accounts of my reviews nameless, is just out for the count. I'm like, really? Like, this is supposed to be Avatar's, like, top Donnies, top G's, like, top guys, and they're just getting one-shotted left, right, and centre. But we lose her now, and what else happens in this chapter? Basically we find out how, because someone asks, I can't remember who exactly now, someone asks Wendy, what are you doing here? Someone asks Wendy, what is she doing here? And we basically find out that Juvia's spidey senses were tingling. Yeah, they were literally tingling all day for Grey. Well, basically we find out that Juvia sensed that Grey needed help. So they came over, and they found them because of Wendy's nose. You know how she drugs there, she's got a strong sense of smell. So they're able to find them. That's how they found them. That's why they're there now. We also have I'm gonna butcher her name now, Briere. She's fighting with Grey now, and we find out how her black magic is she can create clones. She could create, and all these different clones have different emotions. I think there was one for anger, one for sadness, a loving one, and there was another one. But basically we have the loving one now, and this loving one likes Grey a bit, and this gets Juvia mad, and she one-shots the loving one, while Grey takes out the other one without even a named attack, like just takes it out with some ice, and then that's the end of Brienne now. So it's another one-shot. Like, we got, in the space of 2 chapters, we got 3 one-shots. That is appalling. But yeah, they do that now, and they go back to taking out fodder, and it looks like Juvia's becoming stripper. She's on this Grey wave where she just strips off now in the middle of a fight, and we just see her there, like, not even a bra, like, it was just like some strapped thing. Like, I don't even know what to call that, ladies. Can you tell me, please? Like, but yeah, we have that. And then that's it, really. Then it goes back, we just see pages of them being more fodder, you know, Natsu beating fodder, Grey beating fodder, Lucy, etc, etc. And then the chapter ends, and we have Arlok, the guy in charge, I presume, and he's saying everything's going exactly as he prophesized it. So when I read that, I was like, huh? This is all part of your plan? So what's going on there? Like, so that's how the chapter ends. So if this is how he's planned it, then maybe there's like hope for Avatar. Maybe they're not. Maybe we'll get an impressive fight like soon, and maybe not. Maybe that's it for the one shots. But that's it really. What else happens in the? I forgot to mention when it looks like Wendy. I think this might. Be, no, actually, I don't, because I re-looked at it again. Looked at the picture of Wendy, but it seems like during her training, Wendy can now activate Dragon Force at her own will when she wants to. So I presume that Natsu can do the same because it's Natsu. But that's yet to be confirmed. We'll see at a later point, but I guarantee you can do it. And that's it for the 2 chapters. That's everything I want to say. The rating for this last chapter, 432, I'm going to give it a 4 as well. Short and sweet, like 431, and a little surprise ending at the end, so that merits a 4 as well. Nothing more I can say really. But I will say this one last thing. If you haven't already, rate, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, have a nice day.